be straight up with you guys. It was really hard being 12 years old in 1989. I don't know how many of you out there remember the late 80s. It was not a beautiful time in American history, and it was extra not a beautiful time to be going through puberty. The only thing worse than the clothes in 1989 was the hair. Mine was permed. Yeah, and it was long. And I had bangs. And bangs were righteous in the 80s. Mine went half up and half down, and then you teased them in the middle to make them look like a little poofy flower. But if you were like me and you had really fine hair, your flower poof kind of just went as the day progressed, because Salon Selectives couldn't hold it up like that for very long. And Aquanet was taken off the market. So, I was saved from the worst of my fashion foibles by the fact that I went to private school and I had to wear a school uniform. Fantastic, right? But don't worry, I made up for that with truly atrocious taste in music. Yes, everybody in 1989 was in love with the New Kids on the Block. I was too. I thought they were great. But the real measure of exactly how bad my taste in music was, in 1990, in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, my first concert was Milli Vanilli, Seduction, and Young MC. I'm not kidding. Milli Vanilli. They weren't even singing. It's amazing. I was joined in my absolute horrendous taste in music by my best friend in 6th grade, Ginny Van Antwerpen. And she and I would spend hours each night listening to and taping songs off of B104, it was our local top 40 radio station, so that we could listen to them over and over and over and over and over again to learn all the lyrics, of course, because this is, of course, in the days before the internet and A to Z lyrics and whatnot. You learned them by writing them down in the back of your math notebook. Fantastic. And then the next day we would go into school and compare our notes and start to learn all these really important songs that we love so much. It was great. I should give you an impression of myself as a 6th grader at Moravian Academy. My favorite song in 1989, the one that Jenny and I were trying to learn at this time, was Wild Thing by Tone Love. You see the connection? Wild Thing is, of course, I realize now about getting busy. I had absolutely no idea that that was the case in 1989. I was the kid that you might have hated in elementary school. I got straight A's. All my teachers loved me. I was that kid, you know. So the notion, so if you have any impression that my love of Wild Thing showed some like crazy girl in 1989, that's simply not the case. But that all changed. So one of the things I was really awesome at in school, what made me a straight A student, was I was great at library class. I memorized the Dewey Decimal System. And so on this one particular day in 1989, when my library teacher, Mrs. Emig, set us off in pairs to answer this worksheet that was sort of like a scavenger hunt about the Dewey Decimal System, Jenny and I finished in like half the time of everybody else because I rocked the Dewey Decimal System. I knew that shit backwards and forwards. And we were done in like half the time, which was awesome because then we were able to hide out in the back of one of the stacks way in the corner of the enormous library, which is the size of this stage, you know. And we're, you know, rocking it out, rolling down the street. So this girl, and she was pumping. With my eyes shut, and I went to up and jumping. You know this, you know it. Don't deny it. You know these words. She'll be my queen, if you know what I mean, if you let us do that. And all of a sudden, a shadow passed over our notebooks. And we looked up. Standing before us like a colossus was Mrs. Emig, a truly terrifying librarian. And we were caught. We were caught red-handed. There was no way we could get away with it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of the day I got my first detention. The good kid. I was a wild thing. And nothing would be the same ever again. Thank you.